Excuse me. Excuse me. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Apostle. Let's get into the mess of the mess. Happy Thursday, y'all. So first up, like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. But let's get down to this. We got a couple things that happened today. I said, please. I said, baby, first up, let's get into it. We got yes. So we got Marjorie Taylor. So she walking through and she wouldn't get Don Letterman an interview in Washington, D.C. and told him, you need to call my office. He tried to ask questions as they walk through, and it's a lot of press going like back and forth. They all walking together and they all asking questions. But when Don Letterman come to her, she had an issue. I said, ma'am, you ain't let him get whatever he needed to ask you out. You start telling him what he done did and this and that to you and this. I went, girl, you doing too much. I said, you refusing to just answer a simple question. You answering everybody else that walking around you. But when this man comes up to you and asks you something, it's a problem. Yeah. Marjorie Taylor, girl, find something better to do. I said, because you could have just answered it and you could have just heard the question, either made up some bull, as you usually gonna do, and kept it pushing, or just ignored it. It would have been simpler than that, but they gonna do what you do. That's what's going on there. She's being petty, just like the head man in charge, but complains about, oh, they ain't treating her right. So let's move on to the next case we got up, and that is Melanie. So she gets on her social media, and baby, she airs it all the way out. The harassment she been getting from her ex-husband. Yes, ex-husband / baby daddy. I said, so so apparently they actually the blogs and show footage of the some stuff that has went on. She talked about, that the show, Love and Marriage Huntsville didn't show a lot of the footage that what happened between them. An incident where he actually put his hands on her. I said, oh. Yeah, she said this man been harassing her a lot lately, and stuff. And I'm like, wow. He done threw stuff at her. She talked about when she was on the show, when she was on the show and they went to Vegas. The group went to Vegas and they had their little disagreement. She said he was in there throwing things. I said, damn. I said, so dang. I said, so Carlos King I said, I don't understand Carlos King. Like, you keep protecting this man. Is you sleeping with Montell? Is you and Montell doing a little something on the side? Is he picking you up? Because you not showing the stuff that's really going on. You make him look like he's make him look Mr. Goody Two Shoes. But you making her look bad. But she came out to let us know that she ain't playing around no more. She tired of it. And she gonna air it all out. And I'm sorry that this stuff had happened to her. And it makes me wonder, because they did show footage when they were married, when they went through the divorce and stuff like that, and he came to her house. And they video footage and stuff like that. That makes me wonder, like, have she been dealing with, DV in their marriage and haven't spoke about it at all? It just makes me wonder a little bit more. But I'm glad that she had left. I'm glad Melanie left the show, because I said that show ain't gonna last no longer, because they ain't none of them people interesting. They all lie us. They don't tell the truth. They don't live in their truth. They live behind glass mirrors. But I said, congratulations on all the success you have been having in your career and TikTok and everything else. Good for you, Melanie. Now move on. Let me know how y'all feel about the situation, because I said it's crazy. But let's move on to the next. Let's get into Jeff Epstein, his victims actually did like a press conference where they actually said they're gonna, since Donald Trump don't want to release Epstein file, Jeff Epstein file, then we gonna make our own. We're gonna make a list of the people that we know that was there. I said, well, might as well do it. I would, because I said we know Donald Trump on there. That's why he hiding it. And there's a whole bunch of people in Congress probably on there too. Past and present. Who knows? But good for them if they actually do go ahead and do this and put out who was there. Because I said it need to be known. Y'all did all this investigation, put him in prison, and you put his right hand lady in, she's in prison. So let it be known who was the other accomplice, that other people that was involved in it. It ain't like ain't nothing gonna happen to them, but at least you know who they are and what they were involved in to an extent. But let me know how you feel about it. Let's move on to the next. Let's get into the R&B singer Montell Jordan. So he ended up doing a interview on one of the morning shows yesterday, and he said that he is battling prostate cancer. He actually ended up, if I'm not mistaken, he had surgery and stuff, for that and everything. He's still fighting with it, and I'm praying for him for he to get through this and everything, that he's all clear and everything. I said it's a lot. I said that's a lot to handle. I'm praying for you. So let's move on from there. Let's get into Florida Surgeon General. This man said the state is moving away from ending all vaccines, so nobody should be telling you if your children should get vaccinated. If you go to public schools, most likely you got to be vaccinated to go to public schools. Period. You got to protect other kids and people in general. I said, like, who is he? I don't know this man. I said, and this is for Florida. I said, why is he even in that position? Because he's special. Because people should be, the government should be telling you to vaccinate. They should. There's no reason you not should be vaccinated at all. I understand people want to do the holistic type of way and whatever, but if you're going to public school, you need to be vaccinated. You endanger other people if you're not. But that's what he's saying. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't know who this man is, but he's a fool. But let me know how you feel. Let's move on to the next. Let's give a condolences to the legendary fashion designer. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Uh, Gio Giavoto. I know I ain't. I know his last name Armani. You get that good cologne and perfume. He passed away at 91. So he done lived he lived a great life. Shoot, he done made his dreams come true and made a career. So my condolences to his family. Rest in peace. Is there one more thing? Oh, yes, it is. So Florida is back on the scene again, and this is the foolery of today. So Florida has just passed a new. Well, Florida is one of the 14 states that has passed this law where schools will be legally able to discipline your child. I mean, they bringing back that paddle. I said, ooh, but parents are able to opt out of it. You have to tell them before this. I said, I wish you would whoop my child. I said, please. I said, these kids today, you can try it if you want to. Even if the parent gives you permission, you can try it. I don't think you're gonna survive that. You gonna think you gonna be doing the whooping, and they gonna be doing the beating. Cause I said these kids don't play. They don't play that. They don't play that. If you ain't their parents, they aunts, grandparents. What you think you doing? It ain't gonna work over here. You'll end up getting body wop. Give you that 2-piece in that biscuit. Oh, baby. Oh, Lord. We gonna see how this gonna work in Florida in the next. Well, this school year just started. Been about how many weeks? Public school's been about 3 weeks now. About 1, 2. Yeah, it's about the third week. We'll see in about 2 months, 2 to 6 months, how this gonna work in Florida. You think we have them school, you know what going on? You're gonna realize something else. But let me know how y'all feel about it. But that's all that I got for y'all today. It's your boy Paul. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. And I'll get back at y'all later. Bye, y'all.